Can a flying cow save Scimandans' tarnished reputation? Let's have a look. Scimandan, in case you don't know, is the globe's top representative online. And he's actually made a bit of a boo-boo recently, as if his reputation wasn't bad enough. Defending airfix models and CGI and all sorts of nonsense, yet he can't cite any kind of demonstrable science despite being supposedly a man of science. If that wasn't bad enough, we're going to revisit Dan's infamous "physics says so" statement claims. And it would seem someone's trying to rescue Dan's tarnished reputation. We've got one of his minions, and we've got a flying cow. You can't make this stuff up. First, let's just revisit Dan's claims, and then we'll look at the evidence that's been put forward to try and save Scimandans' tarnished reputation. Just looking at Dan there, I'm wondering what's going on in that great mind there. What's he thinking? Is he looking up at the stars, fantasizing about living on a cannonball flying through a vacuum? I wonder. Let me know what you think he's thinking. Anyway, back to Dan's claims. The infamous "physics says so."
Gigantic pendulums do not have the ability to be dead still and plumb on a non-windy day on a rotating, wobbling, oscillating cannonball that's doing ridiculous speeds in all different directions.
Yes, they do, because physics says so.
I love the fact he said that so confidently and has blown it so much with that statement and tarnished his already terrible reputation. And things are just going to get worse, aren't they, for these guys? No science, just propaganda, misrepresentations, airfix models and fucking fantasies. Crazy stuff, really. And let's not forget, I even offered to buy one of these masterpieces, these beautiful works of art, and in turn support a local artist. And of course, that could go on the crane wall where it could mock me daily. Remember, Dan said physics says so, i.e. that tower cranes can be dead still on a spinning, wobbling, oscillating cannonball that's doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. But when I called it on, the wall remained blank. You would have thought Dan would want that poster on the wall to mock me and prove the globe physically true. But the wall remains bare, like a wall of shame for the globe's top boy. Dear, oh dear. So as we leave the wall of shame and join one of Scimandans' minions, I'm going to ask you again. Can a flying cow save Scimandans' tarnished reputation? Well, let's have a look.
Here's your practical demonstration.
Read 'em and weep, boy.
Bearing in mind the claim is pendulums is supposed to be proving that tower cranes can be dead still and plumb, spinning, wobbling, oscillating cannonball doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. I can't see the rope attached to the cow, but I can see the rope hanging off the cow. That's definitely not plumb, that's deviated. Terrible start, lads. And despite not being able to see all of it, I can see there's deviation and the cow is swaying. Now what you guys should have done is provided footage from the front and the side, so it's kind of more scientific and would show any deviation from plumb from both sides. You know, real science. But you've given me a crafty camera angle, and even then I can still see it's deviating from plumb and is not dead still, which was my whole point all along. Dear, oh dear. And even coming down is swinging. I mean, god dear. Let's just see the cow coming in. Ridiculous. The cowboy music's spot on because you're a bunch of cowboys, lads, who represent the globe. I think what we'll do, we're going to dig a little bit deeper to get some better camera angles of this footage. Even though you showed sly camera angles, we could still see it wasn't dead still and it had deviated from plumb. So it was a terrible so-called practical demonstration. Didn't follow any kind of scientific method whatsoever, but we'll look at some footage that would suggest and give us a better indication of what's really going on here. Bear with me. So let's have a look from a different angle, a camera angle that would give us a better indication if this thing is deviating from plumb. Remember, it's supposed to be dead still and plumb. So let's have a look from an angle that would give us a better view. Oops! And there's my whole point. It's a scientific fact that pendulums, tower cranes, cannot be dead still on a spinning, wobbling, oscillating cannonball. Even the Tosh footage that was cited by Scimandans' minion showed deviation and it wasn't dead still, which is my whole point. Even though they're not even representing their model, they're still making a mockery of it. And then when we view from a better angle, we can see clearly there's deviation to the side and there'll be deviation at the back as well. No pendulum that is travelling will ever be dead still and plumb. It's a scientific fact, one that proves the globe is impossible. And here's another scientific fact. That wall is never ever going to have one of these posters on it. Never, because physics says so.